Standing tall behind me in bronze for the last 5 years, just staring the oldest democracy here in Britain, the British Parliament, is the statue of Mahatma Gandhi. He now is going to be the first non-white person to feature on the British currency. This as part of a movement by the British government to try and recognize the contributions made by the Asian, Black and the ethnic minorities. The authorities are soon going to be minting this coin with his face on it, and we are told that Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor of Exchequer, who is equivalent to being the finance minister here in Britain, has supported this largely. His father-in-law, Mr. Narayan Murthy of Infosys, has a great connection to the Mahatma Gandhi statue itself because he, as a philanthropist, has donated large sums of money to the Gandhi Memorial Trust, which is responsible for having this statue erected. I'm now joined by the man who was responsible single-handedly to bring the statue alive, Lord Meghnad Desai, the chief of the Gandhi Memorial Trust. I'm also joined by Member of Parliament Bob Blackman of Harrow East, which really is a boiling pot of cultures, and especially the Indian culture. Thank you both of you gentlemen for joining us at NDTV. I'd like to first get reactions from the both of you on the fact that we're going to have Mahatma Gandhi on a coin soon in Britain. Lord Desai, to you first. What's your reaction?
I think that's a very good idea to make coins interesting. We have started putting faces of authors and scientists in currency notes. We have Jane Austen, we have Isaac Newton, not just Gandhi like in India. And on our coins, there's only the Queen and nobody else. So it's a good idea, and also given all the discussions about imperialism and racism and so on, it would be good to own up to the fact that the empire, which is now the Commonwealth, had some distinguished people, men and women, who contributed to human life and global society.
Namaskar. It's extremely good news that in the UK, the Bank of England have announced that the first foreign head to appear on one of our coins of the realm will be that of Bapu. Gandhiji is one of those individuals who is a hero to millions of people around the world. He changed the world by peaceful coexistence and by peaceful protest. Here is a man that forsook worldly goods and actually set about changing India and the world for the better. So his policy and promotion of Indian values of peaceful coexistence for people of all religions, people of all backgrounds, for alleviation of the poor, and indeed ensuring that the rights of democracy was restored to India, is an example to all of us. The sad fact, of course, of his death, I think, resounded around the world. And indeed, it's right that we honour him in Parliament Square with a statue in Parliament Square as one of those icons of democracy. So we now celebrate the fact that he will be on one of our coins of the realm, and we will all see that going through as one of the first things that has happened, I think, to honour someone from across the world who we all look to as an example. So congratulations to Bapu. His memory lives on and resides with all of us. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hind, and I look forward to meeting many people from India in the not too distant future in order to celebrate properly.
Clearly he seems to be the first person and certainly not the last Indian to be acknowledged by Britain or by the world. Thank you very much both of you for joining us. I also happen to speak to a few Indians living here in the United Kingdom and what this means for them. Let's listen in to a few voices.
In this embrace, current day UK has shown how it has grown to include its diversity and to celebrate the people that are originated from all over the world.
Generations, ethnic minorities have fought for our country, been key workers, started businesses and had top positions in government. Yet me as a British Asian growing up in the UK have never had an inspiration to look up to. And now seeing Mahatma Gandhi's picture on a British coin inspires me every day.
I've read his book, My Experiments with Truth, as you can see here. I would like to be one of the first people to get the coin.
Well, there you are. There is clearly the Indian community that's gung-ho over this piece of news here in Britain. When the statue was inaugurated in 2015, apart from erecting the statue and the expenses being paid, the Gandhi Memorial Trust was still left over with a sum of about £750,000 as donations, and that was then used in causes that were supported by the Gandhian way. And that perhaps is an indication of the kind of popularity that Mahatma Gandhi enjoys, not just in Britain but also worldwide when it comes to being seen as an iconic figure. So this clearly a moment of pride for India, and it looks like the coin will be out in a few months' time. Radhika Iyer reporting from the Parliament Square in Britain, NDTV.